Good day, subscribers, new YouTube viewers, and friends. It's me, Ranch, and if you hear some noises in the background, like some walking around, some snorting, or some of that, it's the dog. I moved. I have a dog now, and I was asked by a viewer to open up a box of our Devastation, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. I really shouldn't because I don't have a dime to my name. I'm beyond poor at the moment, so not opening up our Devastation is probably the dumbest thing I can do right now. So we'll see if we can get a shiny nickel bolus or an invocation that I can sell, make some money instead of wasting it on this. First pack, I'll go through everything, just, you know, as per usual, and then the rest we'll just go straight to the rare. So Aerial Guide, Act of Heroism, Nari Scrapper, Grizzly Survivor, Bitter Bow Sharpshooters, Rotting Bone Slasher, like the art, Strategic Planning, Desert of the Mindful, Gift of Strength. Oh, messing things up. Tell I haven't done one of these in a while. Crash Through. Razaketh's Right, first uncommon. Chandra's Defeat is the second. Our third is an Unraveling Mummy, and our rare is a mythic, Razaketh the Foul-Blooded. So it's an 8/8 for 5 and 3 black flying, trample, and you can pay 2 life, sack another creature, search your library for a card, and put that card into your hand, and shuffle your library. And there's a Full Art Swamp, and a cat token with the corner that's dented. Wow, that was a terrible seal. Thanks, Wizards. No foil. Chandra's Defeat, Gideon's Defeat, Dagger of the Worthy, and Solemnity. Oh god. French is my first language, sue me. So, players can't get counters, counters can't be put on artifacts, creatures, enchantment, or lands. Another Full Art Swamp. And one of these brick tokens. Solemnity. I'm not going to say it. It's embarrassing. Ooh, it's a foil pack. Steward of Solidarity, Sinuous Striker, Struggle to Survive, and our rare is a Resilient Kenra. So it's a 2/2 for 2. When it enters the battlefield, you may have target creature get +X/+X until end turn, where X is its power, and you can eternalize it for 6. And our foil is a Kenra in Eternal. Zombie Jackal Warrior. And another full art. Dreamstalker. Man, these boosters are really poorly sealed. Imaginary Threats, Abrade, Saving Grace, and Bantu's Last Reckoning. Pretty good rare for sorcery speed, 1 and 2 black. Destroy all creatures, lands you control don't untap. Try the next untap step. And a Full Art Plains. And a Snock. Hope Tender, Ramanapa Ruins, Bane Whip Punisher, and hey, Nicol Bolas. There we go, the highest value card in this set. So the God Pharaoh. 7 Loyalty Planeswalker for 4, a blue, a black, and a red. The +2 is target opponent exiles cards from the top of his or her library until he or she exiles a non-land card. Until the end of turn, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. +1, each opponent exiles 2 cards from his or her hand. -4, Nicol Bolas deals 7 damage to target opponent or creature an opponent controls. And the ultimate, exile each non-land permanent your opponents control. And a forest. And a warrior. Sunset Pyramid, Doomfall, Struggle to Survive Again, and Abandoned Sarcophagus. So it's an artifact for 3, and you may cast non-land cards with cycling from your graveyard. If a card with cycling should be put into your graveyard from anywhere it wasn't cycled, exile it instead. And a mountain. Another break token. Angel of the God Pharaoh, Dunes of the Dead, Banewhip Punisher, and Scavenger Grounds, one of the rare deserts that nobody cares about. So, tap for a colorless and 2 untap, sack a desert, exile all cards from graveyards. And an island. Sinuous Strike. Haven't had a foil in a while. Getting pretty sad. Imaginary Threats, Dunes of the Dead, Vile Manifestation, and the Locust God. Cool. So it's a 4/4 for 4 and a blue and a red, flying. So whenever you draw a card, create a 1/1 blue and red insect creature token with flying and haste. And for 4, draw a card, then discard a card, and when the Lotus God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. And to planes. And hey, there's the insect token to go with the Locust God. I'll go on to get the Scarab God for my buddy Fripp. It'd be unreal for his deck. Looks like we finally got a foil. Resolute Survivors, Quarry Beetle, Desert's Hold, and Angel of Condemnation. So it's a 3/3 for 2 and 2 white, flying Vigilance for 3, tap, exile another target creature, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And for another 3 and tap, exert it. Exert Angel of Condemnation, exile another target creature until Angel of Condemnation leaves the battlefield. And Devotee of Strength. Ooh. With a corner taking on the side and a forest. Looks like we're lucky enough to get another foil. Nissa's Defeat, Sunset Pyramid, Sunscourge Champion, and a Hostile Desert. So another one of the deserts, tapped out a colorless, and to an exile a land card from your graveyard. Hostile Desert becomes a 3/4 elemental creature token with until the end of turn. It's still land. And a Kindled Fury. It's actually really pretty. And a mountain. And a Steadfast Sentinel. Alright. I think that's what, 3 foil packs in a row? Razaketh's Right. Claim to Fame. Devotee of Strength, and Hour of Revelation. Sorcery for 3 and 3 white. It costs 3 colorless less to cast if there are 10 or more non-land permanents on the battlefield. Destroy all non-land permanents. And our foil is a Hour of Promise rare. To the best of my knowledge, it's not very good. So it's a sorcery for 4 and a green. Search your library for up to 2 land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. Then if you control 3 or more deserts, create 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. And a swamp. And a cat. Fervent Paincaster, Claim to Fame, Dune Diviner, and Frank Sanity. Great card. So it's a curse for 2 and a blue. Enchant player at the beginning of each end step. Enchanted player puts the top X cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard, where X is the number of cards put into that graveyard from anywhere this turn. And an island. So some of you may know I threw out my back recently because I'm old and life really sucks right now. Crypt of the Eternals, Vizier of the True, Vizier of the Anointed, and Oketra's Last Mercy, excuse me. So it's a sorcery for 2 and 2 white. Your life total becomes equal to your starting life total. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. Regular Forest, Champion of Wits. So it's going to be interesting to see, because I'm in the middle row right now, and the right row had all the full arts in it. I've had a box like this before. So we'll probably not get another full art land for the rest of these openings. I'd like a different foil rare, you know, like a foil locust, Scarab God, that'd be sweet, but I never get good pulls. That's right, Claim to Fame, Dune Diviner, and Jeru with Eyes Open. Legendary Creature Warrior, 4/3 for 3 and 2 white with Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a Planeswalker card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. If a source would deal damage to a Planeswalker you control, prevent 1 of that damage. A forest and a horse. I'm a horse. Magmaroth, Desert's Hold, Eternal of Harsh Truths, and Hazoret's Undying Fury. For 4 and 2 red, sorcery, shuffle your library, then exile the top 4 cards. You may cast any number of non-land cards with converted mana cost 5 or less from among them without paying their mana costs. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap step. Steward of Solidarity, an upside down Bloodwater entity, Liliana's Defeat, and a Swarm Intelligence. Instant enchantment for 6 and a blue. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may copy that spell. You may choose new target for the copy. Sweet, foil pack. Jace's Defeat, River Hopi, or Hoopo, Consigned to Oblivion, and we have Samut the Tested. Planeswalker, I can't remember what this one's worth, but I don't think it's too crazy. So for 2 and a red and a green, it's a 4 loyalty Planeswalker. The +1 is up to 1 target creature gains double strike until end of turn. -2. Samut deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 target creatures and or players. And the ultimate for -7, search your library for up to 2 creatures and or Planeswalker cards. Put them onto the battlefield and shuffle your library. And a foil, and of course, it's not a foil full art, it's a foil normal basic, which I'm okay with. It's pretty though. because I love basic lands, especially in foil. This is Defeat. Vizier of the True. Okay, well, Vizier of the Anointed and Champion of Wits. 2-1 for 2 and a blue. When it enters the battlefield, you may draw cards equal to its power. If you do, discard 2 cards. You can eternalize it for 7. Merciless Eternal, Fervent Paincaster, Tenacious Hunter, awesome. And we have an Emit Eternal. So it's a 5/5 for 2 and a black with Afflict of 3. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a -1/-1 counter on it. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, remove all -1/-1 counters from it. Boy. Oh, there's a camel. That's for you, Edge. Manticore Eternal. Steward of Solidarity. Overcome. And we have a God Pharaoh's Gift. So it's an artifact for 7. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. It gains haste until end of turn. Getting ahead of myself here, hadn't had a foil in a bit. Was hoping there was one. Jace's Defeat. Vile Manifestation, Inferno Jet, and we have an Apocalypse Demon, star for 4 and 2 black, flying. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap Apocalypse Demon unless you sack another creature. Hi, girl. Yes, I know, I'm busy, I'm sorry. I'll pay attention to you in a sec. As long as she doesn't eat the cards. Come on, foils. Doggy, where are my foils? Appeal to Authority. Torment of Scarabs. Burning Fist Minotaur. And we have Leave to Chance. So for 2 instant, return any number of target permanents you own to your hand. And for the chance, it's nothing there is important. And it's a 4 sorcery Aftermath with discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. God, you're so annoying, dog. You're pretty, but you're annoying. Just like every other woman in my life. Oh! Okay, I'm getting really frustrated here. Oh, there goes my stack of commons. Hope Tender. Hashep Oasis, beautiful art. Ominous Sphinx, and Kefnet's Last Word. Sorcery for 2 and 2 blue. Gain control of target artifact, creature, or enchantment. Lands you control don't untap during your next untap stab. Last pack of the middle column. Ooh, it's a foil. Come on, foil Scarab God. Crook of Condemnation. Merciless Eternal. Ominous Sphinx. And our next mythic is Neheb the Eternal. So 4/6 for 3 and 2 red with Afflict of 3 at the beginning of your post-combat main phase. Add a red to your mana pool for each 1 life your opponents have lost this turn. And our foil, it's common and it's a desert. Wah. Is there even a place out there where people like those foil deserts? Supreme Will. Appeal to Authority. Sand Strangler. And Earthshaker Kenra. So it's a 2/1 for 2 with haste. And when it enters the battlefield, target creature with power less than or equal to Earthshaker. This power can't block this turn. You can eternalize it for 6. Appeal to Authority. Dune Diviner. Shefa Dunes. Ruminap Excavator. So it's a 2/3 for 3. You may play land cards from your graveyard. A Great Snake. Ooh, another foil pack. Sifter Worm, Crypt of the Eternals, Ominous Sphinx, and Driven to Despair. I'm not going to bother reading it because I want to see the foil, and it's an Ominous Sphinx because I haven't pulled enough of them in the uncommon slot already. Ipnu Rivulet, Accursed Horde, Inferno Jet, Imminent Doom. So it's an enchantment for 3 when it enters the battlefield with a Doom counter on it. Whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost equal to the number of Doom counters on Imminent Doom deals that much damage to target creature or player. Then put a Doom counter on it. Alright, back to it. Manticore Eternal, Devotee of Strength, Shefet Dunes, and we have an Endless Sands. Tap to add 1 colorless, exile target creature you control. For 4 untaps, sack Endless Sands, return each creature card exiled with Endless Sands to the battlefield under its owner's control. Making such a mess. Gideon's Defeat, Tenacious Hunter, Ifnir Deadlands. We have an Hour of Promise. We've already seen this one. Was it 6 packs left? Foil pack. Okay. Everyone cross your fingers. Foil. Scarab God. Come on. Foil, Scarab God. Bloodwater Entity. Sifter Worm. Sand Strangler. And we have a Chaos Maw, which would look stunning in foil. 6/6 for 5 and 2 red. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to each other creature. And our foil is a common Even Reedstalker. And it is pretty as well. But it's not what we want. Crook of Condemnation, Eternal of Harsh Truths, Consigned to Oblivion, and a second Fraying Sanity. That's pretty good. I'd like to add 2 boluses, but you know what? I'm not going to say no to that, considering it's a fantastic card. Because I'm one of those sick people who likes mill. Doomfall, Riddle Form, Obelisk Spider, and A Reason to Believe. Three more packs. Chandra's Defeat, Unconventional Tactics, Remnant Ruins, and we have an Hour of Eternity. So XX and 3 blue, exile X target creature cards from your graveyard. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. Second to last pack. Angel of the God Pharaoh, Supreme Will, Dagger of the Worthy, and we have a Pride Sovereign, 2/2 for 3. Gets +1/+1 for each other cat you control, and for a white and tap, you exert it and create 2 1/1 white cat creature tokens with lifelink. All right, last pack. Come on, folks. Foil Scarab God. Foil Scarab God. No foil. Y'all let me down. Disappointed. Never opening up another box again. Only because I'm broke. River Hoopy. Braid. Saving Grace. And a Ramanap Hydra, which is a great card too. And that's our second one we've seen, I think. Either that or I'm just going losing my mind. 3/3 for 4. Vigilance, Reach, Trample. Gets +1/+1 as long as you control a desert. And it gets +1/+1 as long as there's a desert in your graveyard. Alright, let's roll on with the box totals. Angel of Condemnation, Hour of Revelation, Jerry with eyes open, Catcher's Last Memory, word that I have difficulty pronouncing, Fraying Sanity twice over, which is nice, Hour of Eternity, Kevin's Last Word, Champion of Wits, pretty great card, fairly valuable, Storm of Intelligence, Bontu's Last Reckoning, Admit Eternal, Apocalypse a Demon, Hazard's Undying Fury, Earth Shaker Kenra, Imminent Doom, Chaos Maw. We have a Resilient Kenra, Hour of Promise, Pride Sovereign, Ramanap Excavator, the Hydra, some Garbage Sands, some Garbage Desert, some Garbage Grounds, Reason to Garbage, Driven to Garbage, Leave to Garbage. We have an Abandoned Garbage, God Pharaoh's Garbage. We have Razaketh the Foul-Blooded, first mythic. Neb, our second. The Locust God is our third. Samut the Garbage is our fourth, and our fifth and final mythic was Nicol Bolas. And our foil rare was an Hour of Promise. Well, hope you enjoyed this box opening. Hopefully bring you some more cool stuff real soon.